Okay guys, happy Monday. Today is your leg day. So I'm gonna show you the 4 moves that we have and your in-between move with dumbbells. I'm going barbell today because I can do all these movements heavier with a barbell. So if you have access to a barbell and you wanna go heavier today, go for it. Otherwise, you can use the weights that you have and you're trying to find the most challenging weight that you can for each movement. So move number 1 is going to be your squats. I'm going barbell back squats, but you have the choice of doing 2 dumbbells up here. You can do your front squats, or you can do 1 heavier dumbbell to the center of your chest and you can do your goblet squats here. I do want depth in your squats. So when I'm talking about depth, you're doing the best that you can to get your hips back. And if you can drop a little below parallel, great. If you don't quite have that depth yet, that's okay. Just do the best that you can. You can also hold 2 dumbbells to the side and hit those squats from there. So whatever option allows you to hold the heaviest weight with the best form, then that's what I want. And some other things in a squat besides getting that depth is making sure that chest stays up. So at the bottom of a squat, you don't want that chest to start to drop. And then you also don't want those knees to start to cave in at the bottom of the squat. So watch those things. My knees push out, my chest stays up, I get that depth, then that's your first move. Then your in-between move today, you're doing this in between every single move that you have is your band walks. So that band is gonna come right below the knee, and it's a half squat lateral walk. So you're gonna sit those hips back into a half squat, hold it there, and then step out, holding constant tension with the band. So with this, even as my feet step together, right, I'm still holding the tension of the band apart. And even if you don't have a band, you can still do those band walks without it. And your focus there would be still to hold that half squat and push out through the hips and the glutes and the knees to feel that tension right here. That's what you're working, is your hips and your glutes. So band walks in between every single move. The second move is going to be reverse lunges. So in that reverse lunge, you can go 2 weights to the side or 1 heavier weight in front of the chest. I'm gonna go barbell on my back for these, but the most important thing for this one is when I step down and back, look at the position of my knee. So my knee is not jutting forward, and that's what you want to focus on, is knees right above the ankle. And you're finding depth in that reverse lunge through the back leg. So it does end up being about a 90-degree angle with both my legs here. Ankle right underneath the front hip, knee right underneath the back hip. If you don't quite have that much depth, just get wherever you can today, and that's fine. And you're working on strengthening that glute in the front leg. So I push through the glute, push through the heel, back to the top. Then we'll go to our deadlifts. So in your deadlift, you're gonna have 2 dumbbells right in front of the hips. Feet are about hip shoulder width apart. I push my hips back, micro bend in the knee. I feel that stretch through the hamstrings, and I lift through the hamstrings. But look at my back, how flat it is at the bottom of this deadlift. What I'm not doing is reaching towards the ground, right? So when you're in that deadlift position, you never want to feel your shoulders disengage nor your back rounding. So the purpose is not to actually touch the floor with the weights. It's to engage the back, roll those shoulder blades back, hinge forward at the hips, stretch out those hamstrings, and then lift through the hamstrings. And that's what you want to feel, is that engagement through your hamstrings and your glutes. So I'm not pulling that weight up with my shoulders, right? And I'm not rounding the back to do it. Stretch those hamstrings, shoulder blades engaged, nice flat back, lift through the hamstrings. So see if you can feel more engagement through the glutes and the hamstrings today with your deadlifts. And then your final move, guys, is going to be your glute bridges. So I like to use a bench or something higher up that I can position that weight on my hips and do my bridges here. So I would have, today I'm going barbell, but you would position your dumbbell on your hips, your upper back is supported, you dip the hips and you lift them. So I'm pushing through the heels, engaging the glutes at the top, and little pause at the top as well. So you can do this option, guys, or you can go just do them on the floor. This is just fine too. So weight is right on the hips. I'm pushing through the heels, engaging those glutes at the top of the rep. And I do want you to find a little pause at the top of your bridge. Hold it for like 2 seconds to fully engage those glutes. So this will be a fun one today, you guys. Enjoy. Happy Monday.